Do it up, man. Do the
Mulligans and Hackers Golf, episode number 60. I'm Chris, and you know who this guy is.
I'm Alvin.
And we're back for a little episode where we sit down and chat and recap our season so far and just talk about things that are new in our world in the last 2 weeks.
Having a cocktail because I freaking need it after today.
Yeah, it was. We can start there. It was our third event of the season today. We went out at Medicine Hat. It was a little bit of a later start. We were around 11:30. It was you, me, Clark, and Boyan joined us today.
Boyan's played in our event, our tour a couple times in the past.
Yep.
Managed to get him out today for a round, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was nice to have a foursome out there for the first time in a while, and I mean no rain, so that was different for a while.
When we talk about new things in the bag, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, so it's
literally the only new thing I got in the bag.
So we started off. Our front nine was pretty.
It was okay.
Pretty decent. The first 4 or 5 was okay.
We could talk about today's round, but we could get into, the month of June was a very trying month for me. A frustrating month. I didn't play well at all pretty much the entire month. I just put some scores in the scorecard, or in the Golf Canada app. I mean, I've only broken 90 once in the last 6 rounds. And I didn't do it again today. We'll talk about that. So the frustration is there. The sad part about it is the game is there. The shots are there. But I'm hurting myself on way too many holes.
Well, I mean, like when I watch your game, because we play basically all of our rounds together. When I watch your game, it's like off the tee box, you're basically automatic. And it's just, to me, it's like, how the hell do you not shoot a better score?
And the frustrating part about that is I hit a ton of fairways.
Yeah, insane amount.
A ton of fairways. Even if I'm say a little longer than, I probably should be to hitting green. If I'm in the 180, 190 mark, okay, maybe I'm not going to hit all those greens. But there's a ton of time in the last month that I've been in the 130, 120, 100-yard range, and I am missing those greens. And it is frustrating the hell out of me.
Well, and that's where if you don't give yourself a chance on those approach shots, you're looking at probably a bogey at best a lot of times. And then, it can spiral all out of control real quick.
And again, so I'm not hitting greens. I'm not putting myself in shape to basically get pars. And then when I don't get off the tee box well, it is a fucking cacophony of shit.
Yeah, man.
I can't get out of tree lines, and I don't want to be punching out. I got to move the ball forward because, again, I don't have those long shots into the green, say, like you do with your 6-iron and stuff like that. Like, my game plays a little different.
Yeah.
But
that's why it's important for you to be there.
It's important for me to be in the fairway.
Yeah.
But I am wasting almost 100% of my fairway shots so far. Again, early in the year, we never shot 90s.
No,
we started this year in the 80s.
Yeah, it was like automatic. A bad day was like an 87 and 88.
Yeah. I may have hit 90 a couple times early in the season.
Yeah.
And now I'm, like I said, in the last 7 rounds, I've broken 90 once, and that was an 88.
Yeah, and you've been flirting with freaking 100 a couple times on those.
So the game is not where I want it to be. It's frustrating. Today was a little frustrating. I lost my temper a couple times today, but I still battled through, and I got through. And down the stretch, I still had a chance to do something.
Yeah.
And again, bad tee shot on 17, put me out of shape, and really,
kind of ended your day.
Kind of ended my day, more or less.
I mean, it still slotted. I mean, you finished third, so it wasn't terrible.
And I finished third. I finished only 2 strokes behind you.
Yeah. I finished second with a 91, and I mean, shout out to Boyan.
Shout out to Boyan.
He was 10 over after the front. I was 7 over, so I had a 3-stroke lead at the front, because he was in second. And then you guys were, I think, 11 and 12 over, or something like that.
Again, but through the first 5 holes.
Yeah, through the first 5 holes, we were both 4 over. Yeah, I think you had 2 doubles and a bogey, and the rest were pars, and I had 4 bogeys. And it was like, So I mean, we were
And I
in
was happy-
good shape
I
at
was
that
happy with
point.
that. And then the wheels kind of came off the wagon a little bit. The last 3 holes, 7, 8, and 9 on the front, tough for me to get around.
9 did that to me.
So-
I fucking took a double
But on top of that, today, the pin placements.
or triple actually.
Holy shit. We have not, so far this year, seen pin placements at Medicine Hat like we did today.
Oh, dude, it was.
If there was a ridge on the green, the pin was on the ridge.
They were something else. I mean, if we played those pin placements in those exact areas like 10 times, we'd have an idea of where to leave ourselves to get a good putt. But I mean, we were going out there and it's like there's one spot to leave yourself for a good putt on every single hole. And otherwise you're in a cacophony of garbage.
How many times did you 3-putt on the front?
Oh,
3 times?
yeah, 3 times. I lipped 4 putts on the front. And then on the back, I 3-putted another 3 times. And I ended the day with 37 putts. And I never have more than 36 ever. And I mean, oftentimes the last little bit.
If Chris is putting like that on a day like today, then there's no hope for any of the rest of us. Truly, there's no hope because you're the best putter of the entire group.
It was crazy, man. Like I would start a ball, and I mean, I don't know how many times I started a ball and I started online, and I'm like, "Yep, that's a good putt." Boom! At the last second, or I would be like, "Okay, I'm just gonna get this putt to I can see number 15, the long par 4. I cranked a beauty drive. I kind of missed my approach. I had a good chip. I had a chance at par. And the pin placement was literally on a little ridge. If you went by the hole from where I was, you were gone. And you guys were coming up the other way on it. And I hit my putt, and I did not hit it firm. I was like, I'll just get it started. Even if I miss, I'm happy with a bogey. Just got it started. Goes past the hole, trickles like fucking 10 feet away.
It was sad to watch that.
Oh, that one pissed me off more than anything.
Just keep rolling. Because I mean, again, you gotta start the ball. You gotta get the ball started.
Yeah.
But there's no way, unless you're right on the cup, there's no way you're stopping that ball.
No. And we've seen several times today, several cases. I mean, a lot of the guys actually. It wasn't just me. Like you guys hit some putts that looked beautiful, and like right at the hole, they took a left turn or a right turn, and it's like, right, where did that break come from?
Yeah, it was a frustrating.
It's a testing day today. But I mean, shout out to Boyan. He did win his first ever event today.
He shot plus 15.
Plus 15. So he was plus 10 after the front, and he played the back at plus 5, which is really good.
Today was really good.
I played the front at plus 7, and then I imploded on the back and shot a plus 12. Like, it was bad.
It was bad. And then I had an opportunity. Chris gave me some strokes back on 10 and 11.
Yep.
And 12, I think.
Yep.
Because you were 4 ahead of me. And
yep.
10, 11, 12, you gave me a stroke back on each one of those holes. And so I was within a stroke. I just could not. And I know you didn't play well down the stretch, but neither did I.
No, neither of us did.
I mean,
I honestly, none of us did other than Boyan. Like, Boyan was, he had 3 bogeys, 1 double, and the rest were pars on the back, which is terrific. But I mean, even, like, I knew he was playing well on the back. And even when I knew, I was like, well, I'm right there. And every time he'd give me an opportunity, I couldn't capitalize. There was no chance I could capitalize.
Exactly.
It was exactly what was happening with you chasing me.
Yeah, I mean, 10, 11, 12, I played okay.
Yeah.
You didn't play well,
No.
so that gave me the opportunity to get there. But Boyan was just steady, and he was kind of outside of our sphere of being frustrated. And angry.
He was just out having a round, and that worked well for him.
So Boyan gets the win. Chris finished second. I finished third.
Clarky
finished fourth.
Clarky gets the 4th place finish. And...
So Boyan, with his first appearance, vaults up the leaderboard.
Yeah, with 1,000 points, and I
1,000
mean,
points.
I gained another 100 on you, so I'm now 200 ahead of you,
and I'm only 200 ahead of Clark.
Yeah, so it's tight. It's tight
race for the top, and I think our next event is the Jug.
I do believe our next event is the Major. The last weekend in July. So a 2-dayer. So I mean, one round will be at Connaught and another one will be at Medicine Hat. So something a little different this year to see, kind of test this out a little bit.
We were talking about Connaught today,
Yeah, Boyan's playing there tomorrow morning, so
we totally dislike. I say dislike. Cannot plays doesn't play to our game, and I'm not playing well now, so it's tough to go there and score well.
Well,
So it'll be interesting to see when we play Saturday there and Sunday. We go back to the hat. Could be a flip flop type of weekend, but it's for the jug. It's a major 2-day, and I would love to be able to get my game to a spot where I can actually compete for the jug because I haven't won it yet. This is the third year we've offered it. You won it the first year.
No,
Clark won it the first year. You won it last year, and I think it's my time to win it. But man, do I have to work on some stuff to even remotely come close to competing for that.
And it's funny because is like your game in June and into early July, like you're not happy with it. There's been some stuff with mine. I mean, I'm not as frustrated with my game as you are with yours. Like I've been. As we've talked about previously, I've been really trying to work on my driver. I had
and I think you had a great day with your driver.
Today was a really good day. Today was. There's been signs the last week and a half where it's been like it's coming, but today I mean even though some of my drives today didn't end up exactly where I wanted them because that's more of an aiming for my lanes.
Yep.
But I had really good contact. But there for like 4 weeks, probably a month actually. I had, it was like every second driver or 2 out of 3 driver swings was a duck hook left. And it just, like I couldn't do anything. And it was so frustrating because it's just wasting shots and getting into trees and just putting yourself out of shape, right? And that's where my frustration was. And then, like I know lately I haven't, well, I mean, lately I know part of my problem is my approach shots aren't as dialed. Like that's why I have and I will continue to have 5 wedges in my bag because that's supposed to be the strong part of my game, right? So today my wedges and my putter weren't great. It showed in my score. Although Thursday night we played around. I started with a triple. You walked off after 9. I finished the round at 10 over par total throughout 18. I shot an 82, which is my best round all year. And I started with a triple, but it was like we were on number 14, and the 2 guys I was playing with, the 2 mics, they're looking at me, they're like, you got a really good round going. Because I stepped over like a 7 or 8 foot bogey putt, and I just confidently made a little right-left slider. And they're like, you're playing really well. I'm like, yeah. I was like, after starting with a triple, I'd call that really good. But it's, and the difference is on Thursday, I hit really good approach shots. Everything was giving me an opportunity. Today, on the back, I got 0 opportunities to add birdies. 0. On the front, I played fine up until 9. And I put a ball in the water. I took a triple that kind of derailed my day, I guess. It shouldn't have, but it did. And it's funny because my game, if I'm hitting really good wedges, I'm in shape and I'm good. And I don't play from the fairway as often as you do. I mean, although I'm starting to hit more fairways, which is good. And my putter really let me down today, but that's something we'll talk about in a little bit here. But overall, I would say my game has been okay. My worst scores, I think, have been like 91, 92, and I shot a 91 today. I've shot a lot of 80s this year, and typically if I'm not playing well, it's like an 87, an 88 usually. So I'm pretty happy with that. Still got work to do though.
Oh boy. It is. Again, every time I go to the course now, it's like I can get off the tee box. It's not a problem. It's automatic.
Yeah.
It's automatic.
Mr. Automatic. Yeah.
I'm going to hit the fairway on at least. I mean, we got
65%.
65%, right? But boy, my approach shots, whatever yip I have in there, because today everything was coming out left. So, and again, when stuff like that starts to happen, I don't have the resources to step back and go, okay, it's coming out left and this is what you're doing. It's literally every time you get up to an approach shot, it's like, okay, try this, doesn't work. The next hole, okay, try this, doesn't work.
Yep.
As you're going through, you're trying to compensate for what's happening, and all you're doing is making your round worse. And
yeah, man.
It's been a frustrating few weeks for me golfing, and it doesn't make it enjoyable. Like today, I went to the golf course. I actually enjoyed being at the golf course the entire day, except for my couple of, I had a triple bogey that I shouldn't have had. Same thing, fairway. hit a yip shot to the left, chip it over the green, chip it back, and it's just chaotic, right? I was very angry at that one. Another one I went up the tree line I was frustrated with. But again, it doesn't make being at the golf course enjoyable when, things aren't kind of working themselves out. And I'm in that spot now where it's not working out. And it's frustrating. It literally, like, every time now I step up over an approach shot, it's like, what are you going to do with this? I know I'm not hitting the green, even if it's from 100 yards out, because there's a couple of holes on our course where I hit the fairway, I'm like 100, 110 out.
Yep.
And I can't hit that green.
And that's got to be you got to hit that 2 out of 3 times or 4 out of 5 times.
You
right?
bet. It's got it, like it's automatic that you hit the fairway. It's got to be automatic that you hit a green within 110 yards.
Yeah,
it's
like,
and again, I don't
even
know,
if you don't, you got to be able to get a short chip close to putt it out.
But again, you should be aiming for the middle of the green.
Yep.
And just stick it there, and I can't get there right now.
See, it's funny because it's funny you say that, aim for the middle of the green, because that's exactly what I did on Thursday. I just put every ball in the middle of the green and just trusted my putter. Today I was a little bit, I was a little under aggressive or over aggressive, and right. And that's exactly, now that you say that, that's exactly what I did. I mean, if I would have just played my game and put it in the middle of the green, because I look back at the holes I played well today, it was just put it in the middle, go fairway to green if you can, and 2-putt. And get the fuck out of there. Give yourself a chance at birdie.
I will tell you, I can't remember the last time I had a birdie.
Yeah, I think it's been a while.
It's been a while, man. I'm not even putting myself in shape for a birdie. Like, even if I hit a green like today, I hit number 4, which is a green that's tough to hit.
Yeah, par 3. Yeah.
I hit that green, and it's guaranteed. Like, we were even walking up joking, and I know this is the mental part of the game, but it's like, that's a 3-putt. Like, from that area where that pin was, that was a 3-putt.
Well, you didn't even give your birdie shot putt a chance. But I mean, you did make your par. But even I said, I was like, ooh, that's a testy par putt you left yourself.
You bet. I mean, those type of things, not giving yourself an opportunity to get birdies. And again, if I can't remember the last time I got a birdie, and I play a lot of golf.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I got a birdie.
I had 2 on Thursday. But
the frustration is real.
It's I mean, I 3-putted the first hole. I went just off the fairway to green on the par 5, and I 3-putted, and I was like, well, that's gonna be this kind of day apparently.
For you 3-putting number 1, that's again unheard of. And again, I parred the first hole.
Yes, you made a great chip and a 1-putt.
Yeah, 1-putt. So I was like, okay, I'm in it, right? And that's where we kind of, we went through the first 4 holes. We were 4 over. Yeah,
I bogeyed the first 4, and then you went like par, bogey, double,
par. So I was 3 over through the first
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then through 5 is where I caught you. Yeah,
exactly.
through 5.
Again, number 5, I hit the fairway, right, and I've got 110. I couldn't hit the green.
Dude, I was exactly the same. I didn't hit the fairway, but I was just off the left side, and I went right in the bunker.
Frustrating as hell.
I hit a nice bunker shot to get a 1-putt,
yeah,
but I mean, to get my 4, but that was, this is ridiculous.
So, golf's frustrating right now.
It's
we're going to go out for another round tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It'll be Sunday morning. This podcast will drop on Monday. We'll see what type of work we can do tomorrow. Again, I'm going to go with the same type of attitude of I want to enjoy being there and see if that helps straighten some stuff out in my head to where I can work on things without being frustrated with every shot.
Well, I think the biggest frustration is probably, like, especially for you, is you had some like insanely good rounds going, like, and everything was clicking early in the year for you.
Yep.
And you just, like, you're the kind of person that's like, well, I've done this now 3 or 4 or 5 times. Like, why can't I do this every time, right?
Yeah. Well,
but I mean, as we know and we've learned, that's golf.
And I'm in a funk, and I have funk.
You have a mid-season funk typically,
I always do,
yeah.
And I'm there now, but I don't want it. It's lasted longer than I really appreciate it lasting.
Yep.
So, again, I got to put some more work in. I had it in my mind I was going to go to MFlex Friday night, but all their
bays were
booked, so
yeah.
Couldn't get there. But I think I have to go and do some iron work and get my carry yards reworked on my irons a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm a little more confident in the yardages that I'm shooting.
Well, dial yourself back in to know exactly what you got, right? Like yeah, I don't know. I spend more time on the range than anyone, and I spend a lot of time practicing, and that's kind of, like this year we were joking. We're joking as we were driving. I think we were walking up number 11, and I'm like, "Whoa!" I was like, "I'm gonna beat this driver into submission. Like it will not beat me." And I mean, we've joked about it all year, right? Like, because it's cost me strokes many a times, and I'm like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna learn how to fucking hit this thing so that it's at least playable.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep battling with the irons. Keep battling, keep figuring stuff out, and I don't want this funk to go away. Even if I go out and shoot a decent round tomorrow, there's still more work
Try
to do.
and build on that,
build
right?
on it, right? And
Build
I am terrible for having a great round and never being able to build on it.
Yeah.
Like, you can almost guarantee I'm not going to beat it or equal that the round after. That's just the way I play. But
it's tough.
It's a tough part of the season for us right now, and the frustration's real. We got to.
Honestly,
I have to get through it.
I think part of that though is because of all the rain we've had, and we haven't really had ideal conditions. Like today was
a rhythm. We've said it before. A rhythm. We're kind of out of our rhythm.
Yes, and we don't typically get that weather down here. Like this time of the year, we've had beautiful days all the time usually, and then this year it's like we've had so much rain, and just about every round we've played lately has been affected by the rain. And then we get out there today, and I mean, maybe that was part of the putting because it was hotter than hell, and everything was running. Like the greens were probably running at their normal speed today, and we haven't seen that in quite a while. Although on the putting green, they felt great. But I mean, as the day went and it dried out, that could be part of the reason as they're getting a little quicker, which is fine because if they stay that way, we're going to adjust and we're going to be just fine with that. But I mean, we've had such poor conditions to play in the last month. It's been insane.
So moving on from our struggles in the golf world right now, additions to the bag. So you have some new additions to the bag. And speaking of the weather and the crappy weather, I have one new addition to the bag.
Yep.
And it's rain gear. So now I'm prepared. I've got pants and a jacket, and I'm ready for, Mother Nature to throw some curveballs at us. Because we went and played last weekend, which was a long weekend.
Last Saturday.
So Saturday we got pissed on a little bit, and I did. This is how it all built up. So Saturday we got pissed on a little bit. It wasn't bad. So Sunday we went. I threw a jacket in the bag because
Sunday wasn't actually that bad.
The weather was telling us that we were gonna need something. But we did get rained on Sunday.
A little bit.
When was the downpour?
Monday. Monday morning.
No.
Yes, our Monday morning round.
Okay, so we got pissed on a little bit on Saturday.
And Sunday.
And so Sunday when we got home from our round on Sunday, because we did get pissed on, I got a little damp on Sunday. I didn't have a jacket, but I have my umbrella. I immediately went on Amazon and ordered a rain set with some good reviews, even from Southern Alberta here, that this was a good set to have for golf, blah, blah, blah. So I ordered it. So it was going to be here on Monday. So we went out Monday morning.
Yep.
Played 18. My rain gear wasn't here, but I did throw a jacket in the bag, and I took my big umbrella. Well, we got rained on 3 times.
Oh, dude, we didn't just get rained on. We were walking, and they blew the horn when we were on number 5.
Which is kind of far away from the clubhouse.
Like basically the furthest you can be on the front 9.
So
and they blew the horn, and it's like, well, everybody's supposed to come in, and I'm like, well, the Thunder and the Lightning are off in the distance, and we literally have to walk these holes to get back to the clubhouse.
So I'm just
gonna play them.
We just played the holes. So we played 6, 7, 8.
And
there was one point where we had to go and
see. That's on the back.
Was that on the back?
Yeah, I was on the back. So we played 6, 7, 8, 9. We got to the turn. We were talking to the girls
and the rain had kind of let up at that point.
Yeah, and they were sending people back out.
Yeah,
so we're like, okay.
We snuck out on number 10 kind of before everybody got sent back out, and we got off on number 10.
So we play 10, we play 11.
So we're kind of wet at this point.
Yes.
Right, we're damp.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we got a 10, 11, 12.
No, we don't do 12. We are on number 12. We're going to the We're going to the number 12 tee box. And I look over to the right, and I look at the chapel that's way off in the distance in the valley, and I'm like, man, it is going to bring fire and brimstone down on our asses in moments. And it's like all of a sudden, just torrential downpour. So we hustle over to the trees.
The tree line, because we needed the tree line and our umbrella and our jackets.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But we were soaked at that point.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
ridiculous.
And
Like,
then, and they I think they no, they didn't do the horn at that time.
No.
So it kind of lightened up a little bit. We played that hole. Next hole is they came out with the horn again, and again we are now the furthest point on the back
number 13, nine, right down by the coulee.
Right, furthest point from the clubhouse on the back nine, and we're like, well, again, the thunder and lightning is way off in the distance. We'll keep an eye on it, but we're gonna play the holes back. I think there was us and two other groups that stayed on the course, and we got our round in. It was wet.
We did.
It was miserable.
It was, and I didn't break 80, or I didn't break 90. Sorry, I was mid 90s or whatever. So we finished that round. I get home. I'm a drowned rat, and my Amazon package is waiting for me at the doorstep.
Yeah.
So my rain gear is here. So I immediately try it on, throw it in the bag, and now we're going back on the Monday to Medicine Hat because we're playing a 9-hole.
Well, we were going back in the afternoon that day, that afternoon, right?
To play the 9-hole alternate shot Canada Day tournament at Medicine Hat.
Yeah,
so
alternate shot.
So I threw the rain jacket in the bag because it was going to rain, and we knew it was going to rain.
Uh-huh.
So we get down, we're teeing off on number...
We started on 18, and we played the back.
We're in the cart on 18, and I had to get rain jacket out and put it on because it started raining again on 18. So my rain jacket came into play on the first day I got it because we needed it, and I had to put it on once more.
Yeah, a couple times because it rained a little bit. So I mean, we're already at. Let's just continue there. We're already at the golf course, right? We're playing the Canada Day ball tournament down at Medicine Hat Golf and Country. It was an alternate shot format the whole way. So if you tee off on the somebody tees off on the even, somebody tees off on the odds. It's 9 holes. So if you tee off on the back, you play the back. If you tee off on the front, you play the front. So we teed off on 18. Is alternate shot. So we kind of had our strategy where we wanted Alvin to tee off on the par 5s because he hits the fairway a lot more than I do, and I'm usually pretty good at the par 3s. So we had it. So the par 3s were even numbered. So that was kind of our strategy. So I teed off on number 18, hit the best drive I've hit all year on that hole.
I was like, dynamite. Wow.
Hooked a little left dog leg, and I got a nice little draw. So I drew it around the corner for Alvin. I think I left him like 120 or something.
120. And again, I've had trouble with that yardage for the last little while, but I hit an absolute dart.
Oh yeah, he hits a dart. So then the putter's in my hand, right? I get up there and I'm like, well, that's a makeable putt. So I just kind of looked at it, lined my putt up, hit the putt. We make a birdie to start, and I'm like, whoa, that's a pretty fabulous start in alternate shot.
In the past seasons we've had in our podcast, we've played Canada Day tournaments where it's
where we've played 3 holes of alternate shot,
and those 3 holes of alternate shots in the past has cost us the tournaments.
100%.
Because me and Chris's games do not play out. So we're playing with a couple of older folks, and they're like, "Oh, sandbaggers! We got the ringers in here," and we're going down to number 10, and we're like, "Just wait, guys. Just wait. We'll show you how this plays out."
Yeah. So number 10. Again, so I've got the even holes, and I kind of dislike number 10. So I get up, I hit, I go 5 wood. Well, I hook it to the left,
Snap hook it.
put Alvin underneath the trees. He's not used to playing underneath the trees. He goes to hit a ball. He barely gets it forward.
Barely.
So then I gotta hit it. So I get it out in a decent spot. And then I think we ended up with like a double or a triple on that hole. Yeah. And then
so then we're at the people we're playing with. They were like, "See, there you go.
Yeah.
Now we're back to earth now."
So then we played a couple more holes, whatever. We were kind of muddling along at like bogey golf. I think we had one or two more where we had a double. I mean, I remember 15. 15's one I remember because Alvin was teeing off. That's
and again, all automatic. Alvin's automatic.
Yeah. Alvin's automatic,
off the tee box.
And that's the longest par 4 on the course. It's 400 and some odd yards.
So
it's a tough one.
I'm set up.
Yep.
And I'm going to put this thing just outside of the 150-yard mark. I'm going to give Chris a really good look at hitting this green.
Yep.
Well, I shit shanked my tee shot. And when I say shit shanked the tee shot barely got out in front of the tee box and came to rest in a puddle because we had rain in front of a tree.
A puddle in front of a tree on the cart path. So I was able to move it. So I moved it onto some grass, and I grab up my 3-wood, and I'm like, well, I don't really have a choice. I have to hit this. Well, I absolutely pump one up the right side, curl it in, give Alvin an approach shot. He gets up, he puts it on the green. I grab my putter. We've got a chance at par somehow, miraculously. I just missed the par putt, and we take the bogey. It was like that was crazy. I was like, I looked over at Alvin, and I just couldn't help but laugh. This after I freaking shit shanked. I think it was on 12. I shit shanked my tee shot. It barely made the fairway because it was wet and cold, and we were just.
So I think we finished +8.
Yeah, so we finished +8, which I mean, alternate shot, we learned actually we thought that was terrible. We learned that wasn't bad. The people that won the back finished at +3.
Yep.
Second was +4, and I think third was +6.
So we weren't too far.
So we were right there.
So next time for alternate shot, we'll try and take a little bit more focus. Not that it was bad, but
It's just tough because we play from different areas, right?
we do.
Like I spend more time in the trees or in different areas, so I can play punch shots, and I have that in my bag because I've had to develop that over the time. You're Mr. I'm in the fairway. This is where I play from, and so it was kind of hilarious.
So after the tournament,
yeah,
we go into the clubhouse and there's a meal.
Yes.
Now we have to commend Medicine Hat Golf and Country Club for the buffet that they put on for this tournament.
Oh yeah, and Medicine Hat Golf and Country Club. Ty, shout out to the head chef Ty and his crew. They put
absolute what a
epic
spread.
meal. So
what
good.
A spread. I mean, what did we pay to get into the tournament?
$60. Or no, 45. 45 bucks.
Dude, that was worth the meal.
Yeah.
So we have prime rib, chicken parmesan, and salmon.
Yeah. And then a bunch of salads.
Then your choices.
Whatever size.
Baby potato salads.
And then for dessert they had cake.
Cake. I mean, I pigged out because I hadn't had salmon for a while, so I doubled up on my salmon. I didn't do the chicken parm. I did do the prime rib, some salmon, some baby potatoes.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, what
an
absolute spread.
Absolutely.
So shout out to the guys at Medicine Hat for that spread. It's worth just going down there for the food.
I can't wait to see what we get for our club championship in August that we signed up that
Chris
for
both
today.
Signed up today to play in the club championship.
Yeah, so it'll be so it's 36 holes, shotgun start Saturday, Sunday, and you get a meal each day. So I mean, I'm excited for that, and I mean, they're all flighted, handicap flighted, whatever. So
it's our first club championship.
So I mean, of course, we're not going to win the club championship. Kelly Risling's going to win because he's like the girl said in the email. She's like, he's held the club championship longer than she's been alive because he's played there forever and he's a terrific golfer. But I mean, we want to go out there and experience it and have some fun.
Our golf is experiences now. You know, we've had our experience, our positive experience and negative experience on the golf tour. That's an experience, right? And now we're going to play in our first club championship. There's another experience, right?
Yep.
And I'm so looking forward to going to Mickelson National in Calgary.
Yeah, man. So that'll be just before our club championship.
Yep. So, and again, another experience. We get to go play Mickelson National in Calgary. I'm so looking forward to that.
They just had their invitational these last few days here, and like everything I look at with that golf course and whatever, I'm just like, I mean, the competitive part of me is like, go try and shoot a good round, and then the other part of me is like, it's gonna be so cool playing this course because because it's going private next year.
Yep.
So you won't get in unless you get into like events like this. So it's pretty cool. It'll probably be the biggest, highest, or even for me, who's played a lot of golf all over I guess the world now, or North America, considering I played in Vegas earlier this year. That'll be the highest profile golf course that I've ever played at.
I'm looking forward to it.
So that's exciting.
So I think we're going to go up and try to maybe get around at Serenity the day before.
Yeah, I think probably hang out with Clay and get around in there. That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
I like Serenity. I don't mind that at all. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, and I've never played there, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So we were talking about additions to the bag.
Yes. So I got rain gear added to mine. No clubs.
Yep. I've done a few things in the last few weeks. I got a new golf bag. I retired my Bag Boy black and green.
Was it a Bomb Tech bag? No.
No, it was a Bag Boy.
Bag Boy.
A Bag Boy. So I retired that because I had to. It's been good to me, but it's wear and tear. So I got an OGO woody bag, 14-way woody bag. It's really nice. Very happy with that. So then I also added a. I've been looking for one of these since the beginning of the year, and the one finally came into the clubhouse. So what I did is I traded in my old driver and 3-wood for a Odyssey jailbreak putter or jailbird putter, sorry. And so instead of paying $480 for it, I got it for $230. And I'll tell you what, I love that thing. Although today it wasn't very good to me, but I mean I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. It's got a milled insert face, which is a little different for me. But I like it.
Because again, your previous putter, the TaylorMade Spider.
Yeah, yeah. That'll make its way back into my bag.
I was going to say because this is just one of your kind of like me. I want clubs that I really want to try.
Yeah.
But there's not guaranteed you're going to stay in the bag.
Yeah.
Because your TaylorMade Spider putter won you tournaments throughout the last 3 years.
Oh yeah.
So taking that out of the bag, to me, seems like a little bit of a handicap. Like, right? You're trying something new when something that you had worked.
Yeah, and I mean, it was more of like I'm gonna give it a go here with the jailbird and see. Like I like how it feels. It's got a little bit more loft on it than my my Spider putter, and the head's a little nicer, and I seem to line it up a little better. That being said, my TaylorMade Spider putter is very, very good. It's almost automatic usually. I mean, it's really good, and I can tell the difference in the leg putts because I've had that one for a long time. I can leg up putts like nobody's business with the other putter. With my Spider, it's like, or with my Jailbird, it's kind of like I don't really know exactly how hard to hit this sometimes.
And again, you've spent some work on the green with the Jailbird so far.
Yeah, it's been okay. Yeah. It's been good. I mean, so that's nice. And then I was hanging out and I was doing some maintenance out there the other day, and I walked by the wedges, and I mean I've been talking about getting a new wedge because I've had the 60-degree Bomb Tech wedge in my bag since I started, and when I used to be all Bomb Tech originally when I got a new set of clubs. So been looking for something to add there, and I didn't like that the 60 and my 58 Haywood wedge only had a 2-degree difference because I thought it was a little tight. There's not much difference between the two clubs. So what I did was I found a 62-degree Vokey M grind, 62-degree M grind 08, and I picked one up and I got it regripped with a mid-size grip.
You got a Win Dry Tack 2.0, right?
Yeah, because that's all they had.
That's totally different than the rest of your bag, right?
Yeah, the rest of my grips are Lambkin mid-size plus 2s, and that wedge will eventually have a Lambkin mid-size plus 2 on it. But for now, I'll use I don't mind the other grip. It's just not the same feel, right? So I added a 62, which never had a 62 in my life, just kind of on a whim. So I spent some time that night when I bought it. I went and did a range session. I worked around the green on my chipping, and I worked on hitting it, and I did a wedge session that night. And then lo and behold, the next round I played really well. So I mean, what does that tell me?
I've seen you hit that thing out of the bunker a few times now in the last couple of days, and yeah, I mean, it's smooth out of the bunker.
Well, I think it's kind of been a game changer for me that way because I mean, I hit the odd good bunker shot, but I have been very inconsistent. But like today I had five, probably 5 bunker shots today, and I was happy with all of them. Mm-hmm. Like I hit them all really nice. A couple I got up and down for.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, like that's nice. So I like the weight on it. I like the grind, how it slides through the sand. So I mean, the only thing that's going to be a little different for me for a little bit is just understanding how much to get out of it on a full swing, how much to get out of it on like a half swing, stuff like that. I haven't had it long enough to get those numbers down, but that'll come. That's not a huge deal. But yeah, so I added a putter, I added a wedge, and I added a brand new golf bag, and I also added different because I had short cutoff rain gear and I didn't have rain pants. So instead of going on Amazon like Alvin did, because that's not the way I do things, I ordered some Druids. They had a sale on their golf gear, so it's a golfing company, and they're out of England. So I ordered a rain jacket, a full sleeve rain jacket, and pants. And I'll tell you what, they are super comfortable and look great. So I can't wait to use them. Although we probably won't get to use them now the rest of the year. Now that
I got rain gear in the bag, now we won't get any.
Once you're prepared, you never get that shit, right?
In case we go to Mickelson National and we get rained out like we did in Strathmore, at least I'll have rain gear in the bag this time.
Yeah, right. Like that. That's pretty wild. So yeah, those are my additions to the bag, and I mean, so far so good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I haven't I like the Super Stroke grips on my putter, and it's got the Odyssey. The cruiser grip on it, which is it's a little bit longer, but I mean it's no different than my Maltby 2-ball putter. Yeah. Like I'm kind of a putter whore, so it's one of those things where I don't care. I had to have it.
Well, so, again, it's something you want. No different than me looking for a Wilson 8802. I want to, and if I get one, I'm going to play it.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, you play it for a while for sure.
Yeah.
See how it plays, right? And I mean, I like the option to. Like having the confidence in your putters, it's like, well, if one's not kind of doing what it should be doing, well, you might come out of the bag and I might put the other one back in, right? So it kind of gives you a little bit, like we've discussed that in the past. When you change putters, it's not so much because you dislike the putter; it's a refocusing of what you're doing, 100%
right? 100% refocus.
Yeah.
Right, and I've got my Odyssey in the bag now that I won't change unless something niche comes.
Well, and that one's been really good to you this year. Like I think you like looking down on it, or you're comfortable looking down on it.
And I'm comfortable with how the ball comes off the face.
Yeah.
It's my favorite putter that I've had so far. So I don't see it changing anytime soon, unless Paul from Lombardi gets me one of those what is it? The mallet putters that they got.
Yeah, well, you showed what was that nice blacked out one?
Yeah,
we had on our story today. That one's nice. Was it the SO or not the SO? I think it starts with an M. Maybe can't remember.
Let me see.
What was it? It's
the Nassau.
The Nassau.
Nassau 66.
The Nassau.
Yeah, it's black. It's got a black grip. That plays right.
Yeah, the one that's on our story. If you check it, or the one that was on our story, if you check out Lombardi putters, that Nassau, he had an all blacked out one there that he was showing, and it looks crispy. Looks nice.
I could see me playing that.
That's a nice putter.
Nice putter for sure. But anyways, there we are. You're caught up. Golf is frustrating. Golf is hard.
Yeah. So what's the plan for the next couple weeks, buddy?
Golf is so much fun.
It is fun.
So much fun.
So I mean, we'll get some rounds in here over the next week.
You're away next weekend or the weekend?
I'm away Sunday next weekend, and then I leave the following we might golf Thursday because I think we're leaving the Friday morning. So and then I'm gone on holidays to BC. So I might get some.
So I might be soloing that weekend.
I might get some mountain golf in. We'll see. That's the plan. Anyways, get 1 or 2 rounds in hopefully, and then come back and. Then by that time it'll be the major time, and then we'll be, Mickelson will be around the corner, and our tour championship will be around the corner from there, and the end of golf season will be coming up real close.
Creeping up on us.
So that's scary, but that's how she goes. But yeah,
we gotta look for some scrambles to play in before the end of the year as well.
Yeah, man, it's something we like. I'd like to get. We got to find some two-man scrambles because I think we do really well. Like our games complement each other that way, which is nice. So we're definitely on the lookout for that.
We'll be on the hunt.
And it's golf is hard as our number one rule is, right?
Our number one rule. Golf is hard, man, and it's
The hardest thing is to not let it get frustrating. Or not let it get the frustration get to you. Today I let it get to me a little bit, and you could see in my game. But
my frustration comes from, dude, you hit 4 bad shots in a row.
Yeah.
Can you not get this shit together?
Yeah, what are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? You have four bad shots in a row. Like, make a golf shot.
Make one shot to Not even put yourself in shape, but don't hurt yourself.
That's
like,
right.
Make a shot that doesn't hurt. Instead of making 4 in a row that are like killing you, right?
Oh man, we've played some holes this last few weeks where I look and I'm like, man, we look like we just started playing golf again.
Yeah.
Like it is hard to watch.
So I'm hoping that I can put some more work in here now down the stretch, and as the season starts winding down, I can really start building on something again.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, we're in July, right?
Well, early July, yeah, but I mean, we just, yeah. So it'll be, it's
August,
go time, right?
September, and maybe the beginning of October, and then we're wrapping this shit up.
It is go time. Like, it's go time to get golf in. It's go time to play. It's, I have no doubt that our games will round into form here. We always kind of have a little blip in the middle, especially you. Like you blip hard.
The blip is fucking here. The blip is here, man.
Your canyon is fucking like epically deep. So and then you like put on your little fucking jetpack and jetpack your way out of there.
We gotta get there. I mean, I gotta get there. So there's some work that I need to do. So I'm gonna be working on that this next week or two.
Yeah. So I mean, we're just gonna have fun. I mean, we each have certain things in our game that we got to work on and hopefully improve. And then the next time we catch up with you guys, hopefully we'll have some better things to talk about as far as our game goes.
Hopefully. All right. Anyways, there you go. Episode 60. Thanks for jumping in and staying this long. Anyways, and we'll catch you on 61 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
With a guest.
Yeah, it should be a guest podcast. It should be good, and we'll go from there. Anyways, later, guys. See ya.